You ready to let the dogs out?
What?
Do what?
From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
Join Pet Pals TV's Patty Spitler as we celebrate our furry friends.
Cats, dogs, and all the critters in your family.
Celebrate the bond between pets and people and meet Hoosier heroes saving four-legged lives.
I love it. Good. I'm glad.
It's the Positively Patty Podcast.
I can't wait anymore. Me neither.
Now, your host, here's Wish TV contributor Patty Spitler.
The Positively Patty Podcast, and today we're going to deviate just a tad and talk to someone who's going to be appearing on Great Day TV with us, Eric Halvorson. You know the name, you know the man. Now you'll get to know what he's doing now. It's all very important, and yes, he has a love for critters too, so we'll bring that into the mix. Coming up on the Positively Patty Podcast.
Your day moves fast. Your news should too. That's why there's a new and improved Wish TV app, bringing you more local news, breaking alerts, live streaming, weather forecast, radar, and Indiana sports, all in one place. Customize your news feed to see the stories that matter most to you and get the information you need when you need it. Download the new and improved Wish TV app today on iOS or Android and take News 8 with you everywhere.
And now the Positively Patty Podcast with an old dear friend. Let's emphasize dear and not old, right?
I was just going to say, watch out on that old stuff.
Yes, we've been through a lot together, and now we're joined again. Eric Halvorson was my co-anchor. We did the noon news for nearly 20 years when we were just toddlers back then.
So much younger. Neither one of us were in the AARP zone yet.
Oh, I have to steal that. Very good. Okay, Eric is joining us today. First off, you have a love of animals since this is a podcast with Positively. Tell us about your critters that you've had.
We had two great dogs. In fact, you helped me get one of them because we found a breed we had never heard of. And I think he was in Kansas, the breeder. This was a good breeder.
Okay.
And they wanted to make sure the dog was going to a good home. Good. So I needed a reference. And you were my reference. And this dog came to us as Emmett. We're not quite sure where the name came from, but we added Otis to the family.
Emmett and Otis. And they were, what was the breed?
Havanese was the breed. And Emmett had eyebrows like Andy Rooney, big white eyebrows. And we decided to add another one. And Otis came along, and he was a Maltese Havanese mix.
Okay.
Both great dogs, and they weren't especially fond of each other at the beginning.
Right.
But at one point, I just decided I'm going to let them loose in the house, and I just monitored what happened. And Emmett said, "I'm the boss." Otis took it. And if you're wondering about the names, we decided since we had Emmett, we were going to do an Andy Griffith reunion. So they were Emmett and Otis, recalling the old Andy Griffith show.
Love it.
We had such fun with those guys.
They're past now.
Yeah. Yep. Rainbow Bridge time. So
you need some more. We'll have to find you some more. We spend
a lot of time looking at websites with dog pictures. Yeah. So it'll happen. We're just not quite ready yet.
All right. Well, if you need any contacts, that I can help you with. You know
people.
That I can help you with. Okay. Eric Halvorson is also joining us on Great Day TV, which is our other show. And Eric is now the spokesperson for Kroger. And you're going to join us talking about, first off, you enjoy working at Kroger now. Yeah,
I'm surprised the lesson I had as I made the transition. Somebody told me, working in a grocery store is going to be a nice retirement job. That person had no idea about the pace of Kroger, and I was probably like that to a degree. We just had a sense of, the food's always there, so it just happens like magic. But to see how many people behind the scenes make it work is just stunning. It's very complicated. Wow. And my role was to come in as the PR guy for Kroger in our 4-state region. A big part of that is the philanthropic side, and that was really the enlightening element of the job because I had no idea how much Kroger did in the community.
And I'll tell you, I mean, I follow you, I stalk you on Facebook, and I follow what you do with Kroger, and I didn't know Kroger did that much philanthropic work either. So, and we're going to share more on Great Day TV and tell people what it is you do, because I had no idea.
Yeah, the short version is we call it Zero Hunger, Zero Waste, which is the plan we created several years ago to say we want to eliminate hunger in Kroger communities by 2025. So it's not something we can do alone. We work with food banks all across Indiana over into Illinois.
Wow.
So we are sharing tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars in some cases to try to help food banks put food on the table or get trucks that help them move food from one area to another into regions where people can't get to a food bank.
Yeah, I would imagine some rural areas too have trouble, and sometimes people can't get out of their house, so you don't know that they need food or help. So this is amazing work. And
the degree of hunger relief is so much more expansive than I think people realize.
Yes.
And maybe COVID made people a little more sensitive to it, but even now that we're past the worst of the pandemic, I think a lot of food bank operators would tell you the hunger situation is worse now than it was at the peak of COVID. So the challenges are still there, and that's why we're so pleased to be able to use our resources to help the people who are trying to make lives better for so many people around Indiana.
And I know you, and I know that you're an honest and true individual, so for you to exclaim and promote Kroger, I know that it's a good thing. I mean, you don't do things like this unless you really believe in it.
Right.
And you've learned a lot, too, which you're sharing with us, again, on Great Day TV.
Right.
We'll do stories with Eric and find out what it is that Kroger is doing to help our community. And again, the expansive 4 different states you help?
Most of Indiana, most of Illinois, and a little bubble into northwestern Ohio and southeastern Missouri. We have 129 stores in our division.
I had no idea.
Yeah. And one of the other parts that just surprises me about this is I actually manage a budget now. I never thought of that as something I could do.
Yeah.
And
could you do that for me, too? I need some help.
Well, if you don't mind me thinking about it a little bit, because sometimes I have to study a little, put some thought into it because it doesn't come naturally.
Yeah, I know what you're doing there. Okay. Well, love what you do, love what you've done. It's funny because every time I see you, I think about my mom because she just adored you.
Yes.
Oh, she just thought you were wonderful.
She had good taste.
She did. When it came, this is just a little aside. Don't tell Eric I'm telling you this. But when I was on the noon news, and actually Ray Rice had left, he went on to some other things, and we had some other gentlemen audition with me, and they put them at that time it was Lee Giles, news director, and put them on the air with me, and everybody did a great job. But my mother said, I want that Eric. Eric's the one you should have because he sits so erect. You used to sit right up straight, and she loved that. She thought that was great.
Yeah, no slouching.
No slouching. No slouching in the news. All right, good to have you with us on Great Day TV. And
well,
also,
thank you. I appreciate the invitation.
When you get a little puppy, maybe we do a story on Pet Pals TV.
I will be happy to show it off.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It won't be too rough. He always laughed at my jokes. That was the best thing.
Yeah, maybe
Eric Halvorson, tune in, and he will be on Great Day TV on a regular basis, and we'll have more with him. So thank you very much, my friend.
Well, thank you for the invitation. It's a thrill to see you all the time.
I haven't heard that from a man in a long time. All right, see what we did here? We'll see you next time on the Positively Patty podcast.
Discover more pet-friendly stories at PetPalsTV.com and stay with Wish TV online at WishTV.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast and discover more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at AllIndianaPodcastNetwork.com.